I'm sorry that you have to deal with the mess that is this up here. My hair, not my brain. Unless you think my brain is a mess, then... So last week, I had some birthday money to spend, and I just was in this weird rut, so I was like, instead of saving this birthday money for useful things like I kind of thought I was going to, I decided to splurge on myself and get The Last of Us. See, the beautiful thing about me playing this game was that I literally got like no spoilers except for the fact that it was going to be a punch to the heart. In fact, I've had my heart ripped out twice, and I don't think I'm halfway through the game yet. Because of these very minimal spoilers, I did not hear about the brilliant LGBT representation in it that is the character Bill. Jeff, who's Bill? Well, Bill is a somewhat neurotic man who lives in this town that he kind of, not necessarily constructed, but he kind of made his own by setting traps everywhere and sort of making it his own sort of community in a way. And I'm pretty sure you run into like every single one of his traps on the way there. I mean, at least I did. Well, just like twice, maybe. I'm bad. I'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, but no guarantees. Bill's role in the story is that so Joel and Ellie, the two main characters, can get a car, because he apparently owns cars everywhere, all over the place, all of the cars, because their location that they have to go is quite far, and Joel does not want to walk there because he is lazy. No, I'm just kidding, Joel's really cool. But anyway, let's get to the real point. Why is his representation good? One of the things that made it really great is that he's not introduced as a homosexual or bisexual or anything that is attracted to man. There is no indication of his sexuality whatsoever, and it's just something that you end up finding out as the story progresses. You start to figure this out through ways he talked about his partner Frank, and through letters of very interesting sort of dialogue to Bill. And it's just, he speaks in a way that you can tell that there was a deeper connection between these two than they were just partners in the sense that they helped each other or just friends. Another great thing is that his sexuality is not used as a joke like in some movies, TV shows, or games that can do that at times. Bill himself is kind of his own joke. I mean, he has his own personality outside of being attracted to men, and they didn't need to use his sexuality to define him because he already had a big enough personality. And even though there were so many opportunities later where his sexuality could have been used as a joke, they didn't take it. And the fact that they didn't take it is what made it great. The last thing I noticed that was very great about his representation is the fact that the characters didn't treat him much differently after they figured this out about him. Right before they leave with the truck, Joel kind of has a moment with him where he's like, I'm sorry about your buddy. And that's not quite when Joel realized what their relationship was until Frank actually said, something along the lines of, it sucks when you lose somebody that you care about. I think that's when Joel possibly had that moment of, these two were an OTP. Maybe they were Joel's OTP, I don't know. And then we get it later when they're actually in the car and it is revealed that Ellie stole one of his gay porn magazines, and what she was very protective of. I mean, who wouldn't be? And it's funny because as Ellie is reading it, she doesn't seem to care. She's taking it just for what it's worth. She's 14, she should be able to understand that he has a magazine that has this sort of stuff in it, so that must mean that he is this way. And then she makes a comment about the pages being stuck together, and I just cracked up. Just too funny, Ellie. Joel doesn't really make any, negative comments about the gay porn magazine either. He just kind of like, oh god, Ellie, don't look at naked bodies. That's weird. That is the beautiful LGBT glimpse of representation that I saw in this Beautiful, beautiful game. I have yet to finish it because being in a university is awful for doing fun things. I mean, the only time I ever have fun times is Saturdays, and one day a week is so impossible for video games sometimes. I guess it's just nice to see that more companies in the gaming industry are starting to show that it's okay to be gay. Not that it has, well, I haven't really said no to gay people, but it's just nice to see that I can play video games and get good representation of my community in there. So if you've been playing, I'm dying. So if you've been playing The Last of Us, let me know down in the comments, well, what have you been thinking about it? I probably won't read them until I've beaten the game, but you can tell me anyway, because that's cool. Make sure to like this video and to share it with people who might need a reason to play The Last of Us. Though really the only reason you need is that you'll be in emotional trauma for the rest of your life. Do subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more. I post new videos every Tuesday, and leave any topic suggestions if you'd like. If you guys want some things that you want to see me talk about. That came out in a mess of words. I am so sorry. Now I'm gonna go have a mental battle over whether or not I should do homework or play more of this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.